my Sadiq's every move at school, seeking an opening to peek inside the bag. But that got nowhere. This guy was way too cautious. Then I decided on a more direct approach. Maybe if I were his friend, he'd just spill his secret and save me the stress of investigating. Hey, new guy, I'm Tulip. Mind if I join you? Whatever. Okie dokie, what was that? My name's Tulip. Ever since I was a kid, I was obsessed with solving mysteries. While other kids stuck their faces into video games, I was busy snooping around and finding cases to crack. Like where to find Mom's missing earring. Ta-da! Detective Tulip to the rescue! Aw, thank you, sweetheart. My detective skills actually came in handy sometimes, but more often than not, it could be a disaster. Like one time at my aunt's wedding, I noticed something strange about the cake. It looked too perfect, too smooth, too suspicious. According to all the detective movies I've watched, whenever food looked this good, there was only one explanation. Poison! So I went to investigate, and that's when I saw this stick in the center of a cake. Why would anyone put a stick in the center of a cake? Theory 1, someone wants my aunt and her husband to choke. Theory 2, it's a hidden weapon, but not on my watch. So I yanked out the weapon, and the cake crumbled like a pack of cards, making a big mess. Gotcha! You cruel... It's just an ordinary stick? That was a dowel stick! It was holding the cake together! Oh, so no poison then? Mom took me home immediately and banned me from doing any more detective stuff. But I wasn't about to give up. Not when my best friend Cherry still believed in me. Even if the rest of our classmates scoffed at my detective adventures, she would always listen with her whole heart. I know you're gonna be like Sherlock. No, even better! You're way too smart. Whatever happened, I knew it'd be alright as long as I got Cherry by my side. And that's why it hurt so much when she had to leave because her mom got a new job in Asia. How's your new place? It's nice. A bit small, but cute. Aw, Cherry, I miss you so much already. I miss you too, but I promise I'll visit and we'll see each other again soon. And just like that, I was all alone. Everything sucked after that. Without Cherry, my detective adventures didn't seem all that exciting anymore. And my parents were too busy arguing to notice their once lively, fearless detective daughter had become a lifeless blob. I told you to fix a sink!
And I told you I don't have magical plumbing powers.
I thought I was going to be that emo kid forever. Then I turned 16 and someone came along who changed my life in more ways than one. Meet our new transfer student, Sadiq. The moment I saw him, my long dormant detective instincts kicked back in. There was something off about him. He barely spoke, always kept to himself. But the strangest part was that he never put down his school bag. Not during class, not at lunch. At first, I thought it was just a weird quirk, but then came the swimming competition that just took it one step further. Sadiq was one of the chosen swimmers for the competition. You would think that at least when he's underwater, he's gotta leave behind the bag, right? Nope, he just dove straight in, the bag still strapped on. Rumors exploded. Some whispered he was hiding stolen money. Others joked he was smuggling something illegal. My detective instincts were itching to get in on the case, and apparently I wasn't the only one who thought of bringing back Detective Tulip. I was cornered in the hallway by the school bully Greg and his group of loyal minions.
Hey, Tulip, it's been a while since you bragged about being a detective. What happened? Finally realized you're too short for the job?
Stay cool, Tulip. Stay cool. No way was I letting Greg get under my skin. You wish. One day I'll be solving crimes on your screen as the biggest detective ever.
Well then, why don't you prove it? Find out what's in Sadiq's bag. It should be easy peasy for someone with your skills, right? Solve the case, and we'll personally spread the word about your genius detective work. But if you fail, we'll help you bury that stupid dream forever.
You're on. I took the challenge for 3 reasons. 1, I was curious. I mean, come on, who wasn't? 2, I was bored. And 3, solving this mystery would be my way of proving to myself and everyone else that Tulip the detective was back in business. I couldn't wait to tell Cherry about this new adventure when we finally reunited. At first, I tracked my Sadiq's every move at school, seeking an opening to peek inside the bag. But that got nowhere. This guy was way too cautious. Then I decided on a more direct approach. Maybe if I were his friend, he'd just spill his secret and save me the stress of investigating. Hey, new guy, I'm Tulip. Mind if I join you?
Whatever.
Okie dokie, what was that? I was sure of it. If I waited outside his window, maybe when he was going to sleep or take a shower, I could just quickly sneak in, snatch the bag, and unlock its secrets. A bit stalkerish, I know, but if he never found out, it wouldn't cause any harm, right? So when school was over on Friday, I followed him. I tried my best to keep a low profile so he wouldn't notice me, but I suddenly lost sight of him, as if he had just vanished or teleported or something. I was going to leave, but as soon as I turned around, I immediately bumped into Sadiq!
You again? And now you're stalking me? Why?
How did he see me? How did he even get behind me? Was this guy a ghost?
I asked you a question.
My brain short-circuited in that moment, and I blurted out the first excuse that came to mind. I just think you're the coolest boy ever! The second it left my mouth, I wanted the earth to swallow me. Utterly baffled, and who could blame him? I was baffled myself!
You don't even know me. Stay out of my way.
I could only stare as he left. I was double horrified. Horrified he caught me stalking, and horrified at the horrific love confession. I sure wasn't in love. I wasn't even in like with him. So, my great plans had blown up in my face. But I couldn't let go of that school bag mystery. And now, it wasn't just about the bag, it was about him. He was a mystery himself. How did he appear behind me so fast? Supersonic speed and teleportation aside, but more than that, it was his eyes. The weight in them. You don't often see that in every high school kid's eyes. I was eager to learn more about him. But you know how they say curiosity killed the cat? Well, mine was about to make me cross a line I'd regret forever. The next day at school, I snuck into the admin's office to get the records, and I took out Sadiq's file. My hands were shaking from excitement and fear of getting caught. But when I read it, shock slammed into me. Sadiq's family went through a fire accident, and it took his little sister's life. The report said that the accident had taken a toll on Sadiq's psyche, and he hadn't been the same since. Sadiq was just a boy, still mourning and hurting over the loss of his little sister. And here I was, selfishly prying into his privacy because I was too fixated on having my detective adventure. My best friend moved away, and that alone shattered me. How much worse was his pain for losing his sister forever? I realized nobody should invade another's privacy just to satisfy their curiosity. So I told Greg I was done.
So you're backing out because you're a chicken?
No, I just think we should leave him alone. He probably has his own reason that is none of our business.
What a loser! Fine then, we'll show you how it's done, but don't you dare forget our agreement. After we're done with him, you're next. Let's go, guys. Detective Tulip here needs a demonstration.
Greg and his lackeys stormed into the classroom to find Sadiq. I tried to stop them, but it was no use. I was just a girl against 3 boys. They went straight to Sadiq's desk.
What's going on?
Oh no! I rushed in, but they'd already yanked the bag away from Sadiq. Stop it, Greg! I ran to grab the bag from them, but the worst possible outcome happened. Greg immediately ripped the bag apart in front of Sadiq's eyes. No! A chilling silence crept into the room as the bag's contents spilled all over the floor. Even Greg went pale. On the floor, there's a scorched stuffed rabbit, a cracked family photo, and a small silver urn with the name Prishna engraved on it. It was exactly what I had thought. He was carrying memories of his sister with him all along. Sadiq's body froze on the spot as he fell to his knees next to his sister's urn. I turned around and punched Greg right in the face. He deserved that. After the teachers got involved, Greg and his gang were suspended, while Sadiq was advised to prioritize his mental health first and take as much time off school as needed. I assumed he would resume school in a day or two, but a whole week passed, and he never showed up. I couldn't help but feel responsible for this. The agony on his face when it all happened was still haunting me. It was worse than when Cherry moved away. I was in such distress that even my parents stopped arguing and took notice.
Honey, are you okay? You've been so quiet lately.
That it only took a few words for everything to spill out like a broken dam. For the first time in ages, I had a real heart-to-heart with my parents. I told them everything. How Cherry moving away crushed me, how their fights made me feel completely alone, and how I hurt someone who didn't deserve it. I had expected scolding, maybe indifference, but instead I got a, "I'm so sorry, honey. I can't believe we got so caught up in work that we forgot to be there for you."
But no more. Let us make it up to you. We'll fix this. Together.
It felt good to have my loved ones by my side, to know that I wasn't alone. With Mom and Dad's help, I went searching for Sadiq's home to make things right with him. Relief washed over me at the sight of his face.
Tulip, what are you doing here?
I came to apologize. Please, hear me out. I was worried he would avoid me again. Luckily, his mom kindly let us in with a sweet smile. She even gave us some privacy so I could say what I needed to. Your home is beautiful, and so is your mom. You took after her. Not that I'm calling you beautiful or anything. I mean, you look fine. Yes. Oh gosh, why do I keep saying stupid things when I'm around you? I thought he'd roll his eyes or give me one of those glares that said I was annoying. But instead, for the first time, I saw Sadiq smile. Just a tiny, barely there smile. But hey, that counted too. And it was enough to give me the courage for what I had to say next. I'm sorry, Sadiq. It was my fault. I took a stupid dare from Greg to find out what was in your bag. I got so caught up in this imaginary adventure that I didn't realize I was doing more harm than good until it was too late. It was thoughtless and invasive of me to pry into your personal life like that. I'm sorry.
They're the ones who tore my back, Tulip. Not you. My sister. What happened to her was on me. I was supposed to look after her while Mom was in the hospital. But I was exhausted and I accidentally left the cooker on.
There's a sinking feeling in my chest. I couldn't bear to see him trying to take on all the blame by himself. It was an accident, Sadiq. I'm sure your sister wouldn't want to see you torture yourself over and over again because of a past that cannot be changed. After all, she's still with you, right here. Forgive yourself and live on, for her sake too. Sadiq's eyes softened and my heart felt lighter.
You're right. I guess I thought the only way to remember her was to carry the weight of my mistake everywhere I went. But turning her memory into a burden, that wouldn't be fair to her. That's not how she'd want to be remembered.
Trust me, this wouldn't be letting go or forgetting her. It's living the life your sister would have wanted for the brother she loved. I could tell this was already a huge step forward for Sadiq, which was why I also encouraged him to seek a professional grief counselor to further help the healing process. He was hesitant at first, but after encouragement from both me and his mom, he finally agreed. After that, we became the best of friends who shared tons of happy memories together.
I was wondering, if you would love to go bowling this weekend, or the movies, or, I don't know, anything?
He promptly looked away, and for a split second, I could have sworn I saw his whole face going red. My detective instincts tell me that perhaps something even more might be blossoming between us soon. Sure, I'd like that.